My name is Tom Swope, and I'm the president of Accurate Exhaust Products Ltd. All we do is Mopars. We make factory correct exhaust systems that a person can put on his car in an hour or two, and that's been our business.
Comes like this, unless of course you're ordering an H-pipe. My name is Jamie Hensley, and I work with Tom, my dad, at Accurate Exhaust Products. Mark called him a few weeks ago about the 71 Cuda, and I overheard my dad talking about the uniqueness about it.
It appeared to be an early 71. The exhaust system is all the same as 71, 72, except a different hanger is applied to this car as a 1970. So we put it together.
So I thought, hey, I'm gonna come up and see if I can learn something too while they bolt up the system.
Seeing the system completely laid out from head pipe to tailpipe on the table, the exact same way it's gonna go in the car, really gives you a sense of how accurate, no pun intended, this system is. See, these have this little washer on here, this little provision. That makes it a one-person job. Notice how I didn't say a one-man job, one-person job. It keeps the top bolt from spinning. And are we loose?
Right about like this.
Nice. Okay, roll out. Accurate Exhaust has built many exhaust systems based on the factory systems. They not only appear the way the factory ones did, but they also sound and perform the exact same way the factory one did. So by the time you're done putting the system in with the pipes, the resonators, the mufflers, the hangers, and the tips to duplicate exactly what Chrysler did in 1971 in this case.
Balance, I love those things. Okay, this is what's important, is that anti-sway bar in this car.
You were saying earlier the aftermarket sway bars people put on, the real thick ones, they'll have a little bit of interference. Okay. If that one will go up a little, we'll be good. So right now we're just doing the final fit before we tighten down all the clamps. You just want to make sure that the pipe's exactly where it's supposed to be, forward and backwards, so that it's in the optimum position and it's not hitting anything. You have to go through, kind of rattle the exhaust and make sure it's not clanking against the bottom of the car somewhere, something like that. So what you want is some clearance between the brake line, because it can get hot with the exhaust coming by it, so you want to have a little bit of room there. He's saying a couple of fingers, his fingers, which is like one of my fingers. And then down here where the sway bar is, you want to make sure you also have good clearance, because the car will roll and flex when it goes through a corner. So you're saying you snug everything down, align your tips, put everything together, but after you've ran it for a little bit, half an hour, or driving up and down the road, come bring it right back in and suck everything down.
Because you'll see your tips will do this.
Yeah.
That tells
I've
you
had
that
it,
something's off.
that things moved and flexed. And, okay. So yeah, putting the whole system together is pretty fast. Taking a little extra time and dialing it in, I'm glad Tom came up. I gotta admit, I cheat a little occasionally.
This is the easiest exhaust system that I haven't installed. Mark and Tom and his daughter just really made light work of it.
I'm really happy we got the exhaust system in. It's a beautiful system. It's gonna function the way it's supposed to. It looks the way it's supposed to. I can't wait to fire the engine up and hear the rumble through the tips. Love those tips. I'm not celebrating yet. Nobody's breaking open the champagne. There's a lot of work left on that car to do and just very little time to do it. What I wanna do is I wanna get the valance on it, get those tips where they belong in the opening, and then tighten everything down. Because if you suck it down now, you may have to move it all again later to get it to fit perfectly in the opening of the valance.
Yeah, that'd be a pain in the ass.
It's just, yeah, you just learn. Why isn't that plugged in? These exhaust tips are just one of the coolest things ever. It was a bold move, I think, on Chrysler's part to take this huge rear valance panel, punch a couple of holes in it, and stick these beautiful chrome tips out through it. It was a good move, and it's one of my favorite characteristics of the Chrysler muscle cars.
Yeah,
Is it level and look good?
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, it looks good, man.
We just got the last few pieces locked down. Exhaust tips are in place and aligned through the rear valance. We're gonna let it down now and roll it into the assembly room and get started on it.
Remain on the air day and night.